I, 27F, need advice on how to process the mess that is my recent breakup. I've been with my ex, Alex, 29M, for about 4 years, and we've had our fair share of ups and downs. However, the past year has been particularly rocky. We've been arguing more frequently, and I've been feeling increasingly unhappy in the relationship. It all started when Alex got a new job at a marketing firm. He would often work late hours, and I would barely see him during the week. I tried to be understanding, thinking that this was just a temporary adjustment period. But as time went on, I began to feel like I was single again, only with the added stress of wondering when I'd see my partner next. One night, I decided to surprise Alex at his office, thinking we could grab dinner together after he finished work. But when I arrived, I saw him laughing and chatting with a female coworker, Emily. They were standing extremely close, and their body language screamed intimacy. I felt a pang of jealousy, but I tried to brush it off, thinking maybe I was just being paranoid. As I was about to leave, Alex saw me and quickly ended the conversation with Emily. He seemed genuinely happy to see me, and we went out for dinner as planned. But the whole time, I couldn't shake off the feeling that something was off. I confronted him about it, asking if there was anything going on between him and Emily. He dismissed my concerns, saying I was being ridiculous and that Emily was just a friend. I wanted to believe him, but my instincts were screaming at me to investigate further. So, I started paying closer attention to his interactions with Emily on social media. They would often like and comment on each other's posts, and their conversations seemed flirtatious. I even saw a picture of them together at a company event, with their arms around each other. My suspicions were confirmed when I discovered a series of texts between Alex and Emily on his phone. They were talking about meeting up for drinks, and Emily was clearly flirting with him. I felt like I'd been punched in the gut. I couldn't believe the man I loved was betraying me like this. I confronted Alex, showing him the texts and demanding an explanation. At first, he tried to downplay the situation, saying it was just a harmless friendship. But as I pressed him for more information, he eventually broke down and admitted to kissing Emily at a company party. He claimed it was a one-time mistake and that he still loved me. I was devastated. The fact that he had lied to me and cheated on me was bad enough, but what hurt even more was that he didn't seem to understand why I was so upset. He kept saying that it was just a kiss, that it didn't mean anything, and that I was overreacting. The argument ended with us both saying things we couldn't take back. I told him I needed space, and he said he needed time to think. A few days later, he texted me, saying he realized he had made a mistake and that he wanted to work on our relationship. But for me, the trust was already broken. The breakup was messy, with both of us saying hurtful things to each other. He accused me of being paranoid and controlling, while I called him out for his infidelity and lack of empathy. It was a toxic and painful process, but ultimately, I knew it was for the best. It's been a few weeks since the breakup, and I'm still trying to process my emotions. I'm angry, sad, and hurt, but I'm also relieved to be out of the relationship. I've been talking to friends and family, trying to make sense of what happened. They all seem to agree that I deserve better, that I shouldn't have tolerated his behavior for so long. One thing that's been helpful is blocking him on social media. I don't need to see his posts or his interactions with Emily, who he's now openly dating. It's like he's rubbing it in my face, trying to prove that he's moved on. But I know I'm better off without him. Last night, I received a text from Alex, saying he misses me and that he regrets what happened. He claimed he's realized his mistakes and wants to make amends. But for me, it's too little, too late. I responded, telling him that I appreciate his apology, but I need time and space to heal. I also made it clear that I don't want to be in contact with him, at least not for now. As I reflect on the relationship, I realize that I was ignoring red flags for far too long. I was so invested in making it work that I overlooked the warning signs. But now, I see that I deserve better. I deserve someone who respects me, who communicates with me honestly, and who values our relationship. I'm not sure what the future holds, but I'm excited to find out. I'm taking time to focus on myself, to learn and grow from this experience. I'm reading self-help books, practicing yoga, and spending time with loved ones. Slowly but surely, I'm rebuilding my sense of self-worth and moving on from the heartache. To anyone who's going through a similar experience, I want to say that you're not alone. It's okay to feel angry, sad, and hurt, but don't let those emotions define you. Take time to heal, to reflect on what happened, and to learn from your mistakes. And most importantly, remember that you deserve to be loved and respected, and don't settle for anything less.